Hi guys, this is Dr. Eric Thomas. Going to talk today about male hair loss. You know, when we're little kids, it's one thing, and then you hit your 20s or so. It really depends on the genetics, but suddenly you are showing on the top, showing here. I think one of the most humbling things that can happen as far as hair goes is, there are a lot of things that can happen, but one of them is when a guy gets his first sunburn on the top of the scalp. And I remember being on a ferry towards a tropical isle, and there was a bald-headed guy in front of me baking in the sun. I sure hope he had sunscreen on, but I wanted to say, hey, here's my business card. See you in 20 years, because I'm cooking yourself up there. But let's go past that. So what do you do when you first notice things are thinning up there besides panicking a little bit, perhaps? Depends on personality, of course. Well, first of all, you may know that there are things that can cause hair loss other than hormones. Let's figure that you check it out and that you don't have a thyroid, anemia, or other conditions. Some of this is on another video, and I don't want to beat up on it too much. So there you go. You are doing what your dad, your uncle, your brothers, whatever, however, were doing. You're thinning here and on the top. Well, there are things, of course, that will slow down the rate of hair loss. Things like Rogaine that you can buy over the counter. I've never seen it really grow hair. Don't know if anyone's made that claim, but it certainly could give you a few years of holding in hair that would otherwise be lost. Then there are pills. You probably have read about, seen finasteride. Oh, the original brand name was Propecia. Fortunately, it's available generically now. You still need a prescription in the States. So yeah, I've seen that grow hair. It does have some potential issues, though. It takes a few months to work. It doesn't kill hair. If you stop taking it, the hair will go back to the way it was. But it is important that you absolutely keep it away from any woman who might become pregnant. Talk that over real carefully with your health care provider, because it can produce birth defects in babies, male babies mainly. So that's super important. Also, if you're a little older and your doc is watching the level of prostate-specific antigen, or PSA, to see what's happening in the prostate, be aware that it does reduce the level of PSA, so your doctor might falsely assume everything is super good. Now, that can still be taken, but has to be taken into consideration when watching that blood level. So it does kind of work, and it's something to think about. There are other side effects we'll go into. Then you go into, I've got a ton of money. I really don't like this. What's the deal with hair transplants? Do they work? Yeah, they kind of work. They've been used for many years. Hair is genetically predisposed to self-destruct at a certain time in life, depending again on genetics and hormones. So if you take it from areas that people almost never lose hair, which is right over the ears and the back, of course, some people will lose it there, and they would not be a good candidate for a hair transplant. But hair can be taken from those areas, very finely divided into even one or two follicles, and really artistically, in a time-consuming fashion, put in properly. Now, it does hurt a bit. There's needles. We don't do it in my office because it's so time-consuming and really requires a dedicated team to do it properly. But that's something you can certainly look into. I have a few people who wear hair pieces. That could be fine depending on your personality. And then, of course, there's the philosophy of it all. Guys, you don't really have to always have a full head of hair. I think the concept of just shaving it all off and being a Hollywood star with a bald head is not bad either. Basically, we are who we are, and it's not something for me or for anyone to tell you how you should look. But I did think you'd want a little bit of information out there. So follow your star, follow your philosophy of life, and be true to yourself. Dr. Eric Thomas signing out.